footage to show a bit
New
more
footage.
of the game.
Okay,
Please
let's
take
see
a
this.
look.
Let's see it. New footage. What we got? Oh, hand. Ooh. It's Link. Oh snap. Oh snap. What is this? Look at his hand. Look at the islands. New land, new place. No, that's Hyrule. Oh snap. Stasis. No, that's not stasis. What in the... This is Hyrule, with all the islands up in like the sky and such shit. This is Hyrule. Oh snap, hold on. Wait, what? What? The... Title? Name? Name? What's it called? What's it called? 2022? Next year. What's it called?
So, what did you think? This time around, the setting for the adventure has been expanded to include the skies above Hyrule. We'd like to ask you to wait a bit longer. We're aiming for a 2022 release, so I hope you'll look forward to it.
They're aiming for it. What's the name? Yes, there was a hook shot. They haven't given us a name. Bro. Yeah, it's definitely gonna... If it is in 2022, it's gonna be Christmas. So yeah, it looks like it actually will be not necessarily the same map, but a similar map. And it's got like verticality to it. And they're probably changing the area. That's interesting though. It's Hyrule, Jim, but not as we know it. See? Hold on, I want to go back and I want to watch this a couple times. I can't show it yet, unfortunately, because they're still streaming, but I want to watch it a couple times. I'm going to increase my quality. Alright. Take a look here. Yeah, like the Malice stuff that we saw taking over his arm. The Ganon dude. Is he like falling or is he like throwing his hands up? It looks like he's throwing his hands up. He's not falling. It looks like he's like awake now and alive. Zelda falls. This outfit of Link's. I'm pausing to take a look at it. He's got like the like side satch thing. You know who he reminds me of? You know what his look reminds me of? It reminds me of oh god. Who's that Smash character? It's in Icarus. God, what is that character's name? Pit. Yes, his look reminds me a lot of Pit. Like his clothes. They look a lot like Pit's. His hand is like a machine now. Look at that. His hand, it's I don't know what to make of that.
Brown?
Yeah, it's brown. Come here. Come sit on my lap. We're gonna look at this together. We're gonna look at this together. Take a close look. Look at Link's hand. Look at his arm.
Brown.
It's brown, but it's got like black parts to it also. Yeah, you see like islands. You see like a town on the island too, almost. Yeah, the whole area is just full with like floating islands. remember, guys, remember when everyone saw the underground trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when everyone saw the underground trailer and they were like, Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be dark and scary and all dungeons. And I'm just like, hold on a second there, guys. Just wait. It's all above ground. Oh, I like his shield. Look at that outfit. We get a slight look at his hand too. Also paraglider. I like that shield. Look at that talus looking thingy. That thing. Look at that. The like ancient like cyan turquoise looking dude. No, not the Talus with the Boko Camp on it. Before that,
He's the
this cyan
It's the
turquoise like
monster.
monster. Yeah, the Guardian Talus combo looking thing. Then there's the Talus with a Boko Camp on it. So what? Now you're gonna have to fight the Talus as these Bokos are shooting at you? Like, what the hell, dude? Okay, there's the hand. Yeah, his hand is like transformed. So like the hand has like black, but then it lights up. Okay. So the first thing that his hand does is it reverses time. So he was able to take the boulder, the spiky boulder that was falling down, and when he stasised it, it went backwards in time. It went back up the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing it does. Then it looks like he's got something else on his arm. He's got like this big dragon head looking thing on his arm, and it's spouting fire. Yeah. Not just the ball, but also the thing behind it. There wasn't anything behind it. The path of other balls that you see, it's just the path that the ball took. I know, because if you frame by frame it, there wasn't anything behind the ball, and then once... Right, no, I think the chains are just a visual. But yeah, there is definitely some underground stuff. This part that I'm seeing right here that's underground in like ruins, and it looks like he's got something attached. It's like a... Look at this. It's like, what do you call it? Here, I'll screenshot it. And I'll put it on Discord. How's this sound? It's his other hand, too. It's not the same hand. If you look at this frame right here, it looks like this dragon head looking thing, and that's what breathes the fire. Is this dragon head looking thing. And so, yeah, it's a shield. It's a shield that he has, and it's breathing fire. And then after that, it looks like something water. Yeah, he can go through with like some water type stuff. Those are the three things that I see. And then yeah, the castle raising.
The castle's broken.
The castle's breaking. Yeah, we already covered that though, Siebert. We already saw that one. The water stuff looks awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at it again here. There's the fire shield. You know what I'm thinking? The water is probably like falling down, and he can use some sort of like reversing time stasis thing to make the water go back up.
I can
Make
see
like the water go back up, and he goes with it.
I can see the red.
Is what I'm thinking, and that's how he gets up to these high islands. Also, yes, the music is definitely going in reverse. There's definitely music in there going in reverse. Is this even versus Ganon anymore? I think so. I'm getting a closer look at his hand. Is that his right hand? That's his left hand. But then it shows his right hand. Which hand is it?
That one!
Right, in this... Right, but in the... Okay, so it is his right hand. Maybe I'm just looking at it weird. It's a trailer someone fucked up, I know, right? Yeah, that's definitely the case, DJ. His hand is definitely what replaces the Sheikah Slate. We've already identified 3 cool things. First, his hand can reverse time. Like, I'll show you here. So this frame is interesting. This is all going in the Breath of the Wild Discord, by the way. In my Breath of the Wild channel of my Discord. So this frame right here is interesting because you'll notice there's nothing behind this boulder. It's only after that frame that the other boulders appear. So essentially it's reversing it so that it goes back uphill.
Oh, yeah.
So he has the ability to reverse time. Or reverse the time of an object. Dude, that shield that breathes fire looks so legit. This is my hunch. So you know how one of the powers that the hand has is to reverse time of an object, right? The puddle of water stopped being a puddle, turned back into droplets, and went up. It probably went up from an island. So you can reverse the water dropping from an island, and you go up with it in the water somehow.
What?
So like you go in the water that's going up, and you take the reverse stasis back up onto the island, and that's what it shows. Is you taking like the water up, and that's how you get to the top. Bills sure would be useful. Yeah. I am noticing that the mechanics are very similar. The way he runs, the way he's gliding, everything. So maybe there's bullet time. You do need bombs, however, in order to do Bills, which we have not seen. Yeah, 2 bombs to be exact. Maybe BTB. Yeah, we could BTB. Speaking of BTB, dude, that looks so pretty. That's like Genshin Impact stuff right there.
Daddy loves playing this game.
I love playing this game.
When I was so
Like this
small,
shot right here is gorgeous.
When I was so small, Daddy played this game.
This shot is just breathtaking to me. It's so pretty.
When I was so small,
With like
Daddy,
the sunset and the islands and the fall leaves.
When I was so small,
The
Daddy
Boko camp.
played with this.
The Boko camp on the tower. So let's take a look at the Boko camp here. I wanna show you guys this Boko camp and show you what I'm seeing here. So we have the Boko camp, right? But then we have the Talus weak spot stone that's still there. It's guarded by walls. Like the Bokos intentionally guarded it with walls. Also, look at the like horns on the Bokos' heads. Like, did anyone else see the horns on their head? Like they got the horn thing on the Boko's head.
They look like a horse.
They look like a horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, notice Link's like battle armor in that picture. Like he's got like the shoulder pads and he's got the waist pad and the armor. But he also has the Breath of the Wild or the champion tunic underneath it. We've seen multiple different outfits in this, so he's gonna have a lot of outfits like in Breath of the Wild 1. Yeah, and he's got the Hylian trousers, but I'm mostly looking at how the Talus, Talus weak point is guarded by the Bokos. That leads me to believe that the Talus they're like coexisting. They're working together. Whereas before in the games they were kind of like separate entities. They didn't really like interact with each other or anything. The Bokos and the Taluses and such. But now it looks like they have a much more symbiotic relationship. I want to try and identify some of these places, because these don't look like anywhere that I'm familiar with. Ridgeland is the shot before the castle. Yeah, I saw that one. That is Hyrule Field. This looks like... Yeah, you see Ridgeland down below. The mushroom cloud, or the mushroom trees. See anything like that with a centaur? Maybe a Boko riding... A Boko with a bow riding a Lionel? I don't know. These caves look cool, though. I'm looking at his outfits in each of these shots, and they're all so unique and cool looking. Also, his hair looks crazy.
But it looks... Link looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like that. Not like that. I love his outfit, but...
One thing missing
that?
from the footage, Bills.
See his arm? It's like...
Dude, that Guardian thing, though. The, like, Guardian Talus looking thing. That. Like, what is that?
I don't know it.
That looks...
It's a monster!
It is a monster.
It's a robot.
Am I a Metroid fan? I've actually never played a Metroid game, believe it or not. But they look cool. I definitely do want to play that 2D one. Because that looks super legit.
Oh, so that way is fire. Then it's breaking the castle.
Yeah, and it's breaking the castle.
When you put fire in it, it's gonna break the castle.
Yeah.
It's so small and big. It's like
One thing I will say is that if they are bringing back just the normal Hyrule, it's still got changes to it. I'll give you an example. They are still making small changes to the actual Hyrule, even if they are subtle.
Let me check my...
is if you look at the picture I just posted, notice on the bottom corner, the bottom left corner, there's a Boko skull. I don't think that's there in the normal game. I can double check it. I'm pretty sure in the actual game, in the first game, that's not there.
There? You should see there. But
I'll double check real quick though.
Like there, and let's see what Kathleen. You see? Right here.
We get to play a huge Guardian in Age of Calamity. Oh, do we? I didn't even see that part. That's just a tree area? No. Here, I'll show you. Show you what I'm talking about. See if I'm right. So right over here, we've got this bridge and we've got these ruins. Yeah, it's over here. All right. You see these ruins?
I can see, I know.
It's the same ruins in the picture, okay?
Yeah, I can see them.
No camp. There is no, like, Boko skull camp here. It should be, like, right here. It should be right in this area. It's not. So they're definitely making additions and changes to it. But from what it seems, it's the same map. I have a little bit more time now. My daughter to the doctor. She's got an ear infection, but she's fine. Just take some antibiotics for a couple days. But now I have some time to dive a little bit deeper into this. So I'm just going to do a quick deep dive on this. Just go frame by frame. I'm not going to give any predictions. I'm not going to do any theorizing that people do. I'll make some observations as I see them. If you want, you can make any theories that you want in the comments, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not one of those streamers that's gonna scam you into watching their video by creating a ridiculous video with some ridiculous theory that doesn't actually hold up. I'm gonna go back on that real quick. Okay, so this is our first frame, really. Link's arm getting eaten up by the mouse. It almost looks like fingers. Like, this almost looks like fingers. Like a hand coming up and, like, grabbing at him. Go Calamity in here. I shouldn't say Calamity, I guess. The bad guy. This guy. Okay. The adornments, just like in the previous one, they look Gerudo. The headpiece is still there. Also looks very Gerudo. With the adornments. He's got like the side clothing that's all degraded and old. Got this thing here on the side I don't think we've seen. Interesting. I don't recognize that at all, but like a piece of his belt. This is the bad guy. And then Zelda falling right here. I don't think there's anything to take from that. Falling. Well, we already knew she was falling from somewhere and Link like grabbed onto her or tried to grab onto her. This is actually insane. So you can see there's even like houses and stuff here. Like there's a house here. There's like a road right there. Yeah, well, he's falling to an island. I don't know. Falling from somewhere. I do like, you see his hand like degraded. The degraded hand. I like the look. I said it in my react video. He almost kind of looks like Pit from Icarus. You know, the bow kid with the halo from Smash Bros. He kind of looks like him in this outfit. I think this is like the new game's outfit. Is there any like new terrain stuff here? Get a closer look at him. I like this look of his. I also noticed that in addition to his arm, this is probably about as close as we get with his arm, or do we get any closer? You also can see right here, like the pattern extending to his whole like shoulder and back. See, like the whole hand is like black with the.
Doesn't look degraded as much as.
Right. Yeah. Looks like he was replaced with some kind of like machine or something. We get a view of it like glowing a little bit later on. I like this shield. I said this in my react also, but I do like this shield. It looks cool. And look, you see, there's like whole buildings that have been brought up into the sky. Like you see, like, yeah, there's islands, but look, this is a whole building right here. And I don't recognize this building from anything in Breath of the Wild.
Island.
Yeah, well, but there's supposedly floating islands from Hyrule that were lifted up. Unless they just came from somewhere random. This is an amazing view. See the island, like the fall colors and the sunset. Again, structure I don't recognize from the game at all. Right here, this little like gate, flags. How much closer do you get to that? That's about as close as you get. That structure right there with the flags right here is interesting. It looks like there's some houses up here too. There's a house right here you see. And then this guy. Then we get our first glimpse at this guy. Instructs himself. He's got like the same like aura stuff that Link's hand does. It also is the same stuff from the first preview that we got. Got like claws, it looks like, that we see underneath. It's like the hands, the boss. And then here, the same exact pillars that we saw in the previous one. It's like you were saying, or someone, I can't remember who was saying it. It looks like, what do you call it? Like those Mayan or Inca like totem pole thingies? I don't know which one it is. I don't know. It's one of those. I failed history. That is cool. That little like thing right there, the insignia. Yeah, he's got like the floating hands. So again, I was saying this earlier too, but it looks like they have like a symbiotic relationship with the Talus, because look, here's the Talus's weak spot. They've intentionally, the Bokos, covered it up and protect it with the wood. So I guess it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship. Like, oh, well, in the last game, we kept on getting killed by this Link dude, so we'll form a bond with the Bokos, and maybe they'll help protect me. And the Bokos are all for it. Yeah, again, the horns on the Bokos. I do know where this is in the game now. I'll even show you guys here. Let me see. Hyrule GeoGuessr on the spot for specs. Although some of the architecture here is kind of weird. So like this structure right here, this is the Mabe Village ruins. They're right here. Over there. Well, those are the Mabe Village ruins right there. Those two pillars right there, though, I don't remember the name, but they look. This is definitely Mabe Village ruins. That's Death Mountain. That's Hyrule Castle. So we are further that way. We're like over here. The structure would supposedly be like right there, or over there even. Where this fork in the road is. Or maybe even further along this way. Yeah, it would be like right here, actually. Yeah, right here is where it would be. Only, no, because it would be more that way. This geography is throwing me off because of Hyrule Castle.
Oh, see,
it doesn't look the same.
No, not.
Let me advance a few frames here real quick and see if I can get a pan. So here we have Kakariko, here we have Death Mountain. Death Mountain, Kakariko, and then the thing over there. So it would actually be more that way.
Doesn't look over there.
So it would be right here. This is where it would be. Because then you have Death Mountain, Kakariko, and then the Mabe Village ruins in the middle.
I got it.
Oh, there's a whole forest here that doesn't used to be there.
See that one tree there?
Yeah, that one tree. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Is it that one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same in there they can.
Oh, it's the same one? So yeah, it would be like right here. This little fork in the road right here is where it would be.
I found it.
You really found it, guys. Yeah, right there. This is where it would be, right here. But again, you can visibly see the differences. Again, you can see these guys are like already starting to take shots at you. Already taking pot shots at you. That's going to be fun, fighting those taluses. It makes you wonder what other kinds of taluses they'll have in addition to that.
Oh, I want to go there.
Would a single bomb arrow take out that whole structure, or would it stay? I wonder. Next one. Oh, this is where we get a shot of Link's hand. So you can see part of his real hand, I think, is still there, sort of. But it's like marked. Weird. Alright, and then this is the first look at like the new mechanic thing that we get from Link. It looks like his stasis is just replaced with like a time warp mechanic where you can make things go, like objects go back in time from where they were. So you'll see here, we just have the one. And then you stasis it. It shows the path that it was on previously. And then it goes back on that path. So it shows the whole path that it had before, and then it goes back on that path. Note that these guys also have the horn, and the Moblins have like a hat thing right there. Moblin dude's got like a hat going on. Moblin bases that looks the same. Got stuff up here. Another Moblin with like a hat over here. Right there, this guy's got like a hat going on. Okay, this thing is interesting. This looks like, from my first take on it, it looks like a like. Now, it's very different from any like in previous games, but it's the closest thing you would imagine a like to be. I don't know what this middle part is. I would assume like a weak point.
It looks like a basketball.
Yeah, it looks like a basketball. It looks like the weak point of it. Also, this reminds me of the Forgotten Temple, where you get the wild armor with the steps and the chest right there. Same thing with the ruins. It looks very similar. But this guy is insane. Also, this, every time I look at this shot with this thing, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Look at that, the fire breathing. Yeah, that's a like. And he like extends up to grab you. Oh yeah, that's a like. Also, Link does a backflip. Doesn't go into bullet time, but he does do a backflip. I'm sure that was intentional. And then this going backwards here. I was saying this in my react part of it, but I'll say this again. To me, it seems like thematically, the whole game is about reversing time and going back in time, or changing things that were in time. Like, for instance, you have the stasis that takes an object and moves something backwards in time. And then you've got even the music. Even from the very first trailer, we had the music going in reverse. And then now here we've got the water droplet that was, a whole pond. So we have a pond that goes back into being a water droplet, and then Link somehow is like merged with the water, and being merged with the water, he's able to go through the structures, through like the water structures. That just seems to be the general theme, is reversing time. Maybe we can bring the champions back to life. I'm not theorizing. I'm not theorizing, guys. I don't actually think that. I'm kidding. This is in Ridgeland because of these mushroom items right here.
It looks like a bridge. The bridge.
That is where the Blood Moon Shrine would be, right there. Typically in the game, the Blood Moon Shrine would be on this structure right here, over there. It looks like more houses, more like, you know, structures, more buildings.
Yeah, but the
buildings right
castles
here.
were there.
Yep, castle's right there. More buildings. And then this. And this part, I can't get much out of it, honestly. It's this stuff pushing the castle upwards. This red malice looking stuff pushing the castle upward. Yep, and then Zelda's Lullaby. I'm gonna look at it a few more times, see if I miss anything. There's another camp. Another camp back here a ways. But yeah, this stuff, right, this stuff is the same stuff that powers Link's hand. So the question is, friend or foe? And then I didn't see this before on this part, but a couple of things. A, that is a town. That's a town that is not there currently in the game.
I can't believe.
It's not like Hyrule Castle, or maybe it is part of Hyrule Castle.
That's enough.
But it's like Castle Town area. Maybe rebuilt. Right there.
Broke it now.
Right there in the back. Oh, I just noticed. There's Dueling Peaks. Awesome. Yeah, this little cave area here looks like a room. It looks like just a single room in a cave.
That looks like a.
This, by all means, is a like-like.
What?
This structure has the same little like thing right here. Got the same thing as this guy right here. You like those things? That's interesting. That's like the same. So it's the same structures coming from the same place. That thing. Interesting to note that in this shot, it doesn't have like all the islands and stuff that you see in the game. So I can only lead to a couple conclusions. First is that the cutscene that we saw 2 years ago that we were given, the teaser, is definitely in the beginning of the game. It's definitely the very, very beginning of the game. Same with this. This shot has to also be the beginning of the game. If we're to believe that the entire incorporated game has these massive structures like you see, yeah, if we're to believe that this is what the game is going to look like throughout gameplay, then the two cutscenes, the one at the very end of this video and the one that we saw in our teaser, those are the beginning of the game. They're beginning cutscenes to set the stage for this. And then we assumedly go through this throughout the game. It doesn't look like there's anything left after this. You see right here, there doesn't have any like remainder of, oh, you can drop back down. So I'm guessing that the only indicator for you to like spring up is like the water puddles down below, because there's no indicator here that there's anything left to do. So you would glide down. Also, love his hairdo. yeah, that's about what there is to observe. Any other observations that I were to try and make would be speculative. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy all of the people cucking you into believe some garbage theory or conclusion that they come up with. I'm not going to do that to you. But I'll catch you next time.